Good day to all of you. Welcome to this video lesson. Today we will talk about application for quadratic equations. Our focus in this video will be on number related problems. Okay, so let's start. The problem number 1. The difference between the square of a number and the number is 42. What is the number? So, ang hinihingi doon sa o ang hinahanap dito sa problem na ito ay yung number na yung square niya minus sa kanya, I'm referring to that number, ay 42. Okay? So, first we have to make a representation for the unknown. The unknown is the number, so let's say, let x be the number. So, yun yung variable na i-represent natin doon sa number na hinahanap natin. In step 2, we'll have a working equation. Sabi doon sa problem, the square of a number, so sabi ito, the square of a number minus, so itong minus na ito ay nanggaling din dito sa word na difference. The word difference implies operation or minus the number. And the verb is can be translated into equals 42. So this is our working equation. We can write this into a mathematical statement. And if we write this into a mathematical statement, will come up with x squared minus x equals 42. So, ito yung working equation natin to find the number. Okay? So, that's why our step number 3 is to solve for x. To solve this equation, first, we have to write this equation in standard form. So, to write that in standard form, we simply transpose 42 to the left side. So it will become 42, negative 42. Okay? So we have now x squared minus x minus 42 equals 0. So then we have to factor the quadratic expression. X squared minus x minus 42. And you must have prior knowledge about factoring, so you can easily get the factors. So the factors of x squared minus x minus 42 is x minus 7 times x plus 6. And that is the factor. In other words, if you multiply, if you expand x minus 7 and x plus 6, you will come up with product x squared minus x minus 42. So after getting the factors, you have to equate each factor to 0. So you have x minus 7 equals 0 and x plus 6 is equal to 0. Then you have to solve for x. So in this case, we will simply transpose negative 7 to the right side. So it will become positive 7. And this negative 6 will be transposed to the right side also, and it will become negative 6. So we have 7 and negative 6 as the values of x. So the problem asks the number. So therefore, the number is either 7 or negative 6. So isa lang. Paari yung 7 o pwede rin yung negative 6. Parehas naman sila magsasatisfy doon sa equations. Okay? So, kung gusto mong i-verify yan, masasatisfied naman yung equation nun. Halimbawa dito, kung papalitan natin si x ng 7, 7 squared minus 7, tingnan natin kung ito ba ay equal sa 42. Square of 7 is 49 minus 7 So 49 minus 7 is 42. And that's correct. Okay? How about if x is negative 6? Okay, negative 6. So if you have negative square of negative 6 minus negative 6, oh, let us find out kung magiging equal siya sa 42. Square of negative 6 is positive 36. Then negative times negative 6 is positive 6. 36 plus 6 is 42. So, ibig sabihin, nasatisfy yung equation. So, ang sagot natin, it's either 7 or negative 6. Bakit or ang ginamit? Isa lang naman ang pinapahanap na value o isa lang naman ang pinapahanap na number. Okay? Okay, so let's proceed now to problem number 2. Problem number 2, find a positive number which when increased by 9 is 90 times the reciprocal of the number. So, ano ba yung hinahanap? What is asked in the problem? Yun yung positive number na if you increase that number, positive number by 9, then the result is 90 times the reciprocal of that number. So, let us represent the unknown by variable x. So, let's say, let x be the positive number. Okay? Then, we'll make a working equation by using the statement a positive number increased by 9 is 90 times the reciprocal of the number. Okay? So, tatanda natin, tatranslate natin ito into mathematical equation. Okay? So, pag tinranslate natin yan, it will become x plus 9. X, nagre-represent doon sa positive number. Then, increase by implies addition. Then 9 is equals. Then you have 90. Then times this one, elevated dot, the reciprocal of x. So the reciprocal of x is 1 over x. Ibig sabihin ng reciprocal, pagpapalitin mo yung numerator and denominator. So yung x, it is understood that it has a denominator of 1. So, pag binaliktad mo, so maging 1 over x. So, this is now our working equation. So, then we'll solve this equation. So, this equation is considered as equation transformable to quadratic equation. So, we have to clear the equation. Pag sinabi natin clear the equation, we have to remove the denominator. So, para ma-remove yan, i-multiply natin both sides of the equation by the less common denominator. So, isa lang naman ang denominator dyan, x. So, yung x na mismo. So, makaka-cancel na itong x na ito, part. Tapos, i-distribute natin yung papunta dyan. Okay? Then, multiply natin 10 times 1 sa kabila naman. Kaya, ang magiging result nito, so, you have now you have x squared plus 9x equals 90. Okay? So, by distribution, x times x, so you have x squared and x times 9x equals to 90. Then, we have to write this equation in standard form. So, transpose natin yung 90. Doon sa left side, it will becomes negative 90. So, we have x squared plus 9x minus 90 equals 0. Then, we're going to get the factors of the quadratic expression, x squared plus 9x minus 90. So, ang factors niyan ay x minus 6 times x plus 15. So, pag kinuha mo yung factors niyan, ito yung makukuha mong factors. Then, equate its factor to 0. So, you have x minus 6 equals 0 and x plus 15 equals 0. So, ito. So, ito, para makuha natin yung value ng x, ililipat natin sa right side. maging positive 6. Ito namang positive 15 maging negative 15. So, ang value ng x natin ngayon is positive 6 and negative 15. Okay? So, babalikan natin. Going back to our problem, sabi doon, according to the problem, find a positive number. Okay? So, inahanap natin yung positive number. So, therefore, si negative 15 is rejected. Hindi nakasali si negative 15. So, ang sagot lang natin, so therefore, the positive number is 6. Okay, let's have problem number 3. So, the problem number 3, the sum of the two numbers is 20. And the sum of their square is 232. Find the numbers. So, the problem asks about the two numbers, wherein the sum of the two numbers is 20 and the sum of their square is 232. So, ano yung two numbers na yon? So, you have their compound sentence. The first sentence is the sum of two numbers is 20. And the second simple sentence is the sum of their square is 232. So, we'll use the first simple sentence for our representation. Okay? So, let's say x be the first number because we're looking for the two numbers. Sabihin na lang natin na yung x yung first number. Paano natin i-represent yung pangalawang number? So, we have to consider the first simple sentence. The sum of the two numbers is 20. So, we can have 20 minus x be the second number. Because if you add the two representation, the first number is x, second number is 20 minus x. If you add the two, then the x will be cancelled. Ang matitira is 20. So, masasatisfied natin yung first sentence, simple sentence. Na ang sum niya is 20. Okay? Then, the second simple sentence na ang sinasabi ay the sum of their square is 232. Ayan naman ang magiging basis natin for our working equation. Okay? So, the square of the first number plus the square of the second number is 232. So, yan ang magiging basis natin for our working equation. No? Square of the first number kasi the sum of their square. So, we write the square of the first number plus the square of the second number is 232. Okay? So, if you write this into mathematical equation, we'll come up with x squared because that is the square of the first number. Our first number is x, square of that is x squared plus the square of the second number. Our second number is 20 minus x, so you have there 20 minus x quantity squared is translated to equals 232. Okay, so this is now our working equation. So we'll solve this equation to find the two numbers. Okay, so we simply expand the 20 minus x squared. Okay, so we come with x squared, but the square of 20 minus x is 400 minus 40x plus x squared. So meaning 20 minus x times 20 minus x, you will come up with 400 minus 40x plus x squared equals 232. Okay? Then, after that, you have to simplify the equation. We transpose 232 to the left side, it will become negative, and this x squared and another x squared will be combined, so you have 2x squared. So we have now 2x squared minus 40x plus 400 minus 232. So we have to simplify 400 minus 232. So we'll come up with 2x squared minus 40x plus 168. So 400 minus 232 is 168. So remember that your numbers involved in the equations are all even numbers. So para hindi tayo mahirapan mag-solve nito, we can reduce the equation by dividing each term by the coefficient of x squared, which is positive 2. So magiging x squared minus 20x plus 84 equals 0. Then we can factor now x squared minus 20x plus 84. So ang factors niyan ay x minus 14 and times x minus 6 equals 0. Okay? So then equate its factor to 0. So you have x minus 14 equals 0 and x minus 6 equals 0. Therefore, the x is positive 14 and positive 6. Okay? So if your first number is 14, if your first number is 14, ito, so what is your second number? So 20 minus 14 is 6. So you have 14 and 6. But if your first number is 6, so 20 minus 6 is 14. So therefore, 14 and 6 are the two numbers. Pwede lang siya kung si 16 ang first mo, ang second mo ay si 6. Pero kung si 6 ang i-consider mong first number, then si second number naman ay 14. Okay? So, therefore, the two numbers are 6 and 14. So, that's the final answer. Okay? Okay. This time, try to solve this problem. The sum of two numbers is 15. The sum of the squares of the number is 113. Find the numbers. Okay, you try to solve this one. And you write your answer in the comment section. Okay? Okay, thank you for watching this video lesson. And I hope you learned something. So until next time for another video lesson. Okay? Thank you and goodbye.